What's going on, everyone? So this is a short video on what I bring carp fishing with me. This is my Fox Explorer bag, so I'm limited to what I can take. So this is what I take on a day session. We'll go through it all. It's kind of bare minimum, really, I would say. If I'm doing a longer session, I'll bring a few bags. But this is the bare minimum that I take. Excuse the mess of it, I haven't tarted it up. I've left it as it is after my session yesterday. So let's get into it. So, let's get into the video. The rods are strapped on because I've decided to go fishing tomorrow and take my toddler with me. So I've got the rods actually strapped on at the moment. It's a smaller venue, so I've got the 9-foot extractor rods with me. They strap on lovely to this bag. Just the 3 straps on the side, absolutely wonderful. Just got that, got the rucksack on, the 2 rods on my back, and my hands free for anything else. So yeah, that's the start. Rods are strapped on and ready. Let's go with bare essentials in the winter. Extra pair of socks. Boring, but necessary. Next on the list, if you're like me, you like to get to the lake for first light if you're just doing a day session. And that's my toddler's foot right there. So I do bring some lights. That's just, this light is pretty powerful for checking over, getting stuff out of my bag, etc. So there's that. I've got a couple of head torches. One there, I always bring 2. Here's the other one. I have a power pack. This thing's done me so well over the years. It's got to be about 8 years old. So that is a necessity. I've got some charger cables. iPhone charger cable there. I've actually got my receiver in that pocket as well. I've got some PVA webcast, the Nash version. I use this for maggots. Just load a load of maggots on there and beast them out there with my hook baits. This, a lot of you probably won't use one of these, but in winter when it gets really cold, if the lake permits it, then this kind of goes into like a little box shape and you can just make a little fire. I love it. I've used it on a few venues and you'll be surprised how warm it keeps you. I have, well, that's random, a pair of pliers. And in that pocket also is these, just for toppers. So these are like a match, these are what match anglers use, but I really like them for topping boilies. Next is my hook baits. I've got the hook bait enhancement system in cell. I absolutely love cell. Just for some context on the pliers, I use these. I really like everything tight when I'm doing up, whether it's my my bite alarms on my buzz bar, the little lock nut. I like it all tight and as rock solid as it can be. So these are in there for that reason. Just so you know. Don't think I'm an absolute weirdo keeping them in there. Sorry, back to the hook baits. I've got a couple of bank sticks in there. They should actually be in that pocket. Like I said, I have not tarted this up for you. This is how it left yesterday's session. I have some sticky bloodworm wafters. I've got a mixture of pop-ups in there. All different colours, some oranges, browns, pinks. We've got, this is my glugged up. This is it was sticky krill, but now it is a mixture of all sorts, but they're all wafters in there. This is a necessity for me and my fishing. 1, I protect the hook on the cast or when it's fluttering down the water column, but 2 is once my rig is down on the deck, this piece of foam floats up nicely and I can see exactly where I'm fishing, so I can throw in sticks and boilies out or catapult however far I'm fishing. So I need to get a few extra in there actually. They are an absolute necessity for me. What's next? I've just got my rig pouch. Nothing special. Just got some rigs in there. A couple of chod rigs. I don't actually fish chod rigs. I don't know why I've made them up. Yeah, just like everyone else's, not interesting at all. That's that. Right, onto this section here. That is my little stove. I got this one because it's so compact and small. I think that's about 11 quid in Go Outdoors. Yeah, I love a brew, so necessity for me. Gas with the sleeve on it. What, in these cold temperatures, when you're out, it really does make a difference. So that is a necessity to me. This is my drawing book. So when I'm fishing, I will draw my swim and I write the date, where I'm fishing, and also what I'm using on that day. If it worked, I'll write down I caught one fish, whatever I did. So yeah, it's a new thing I've started doing. I'm awful at drawing, so I won't show you them, but I really enjoy it. It passes the time in between watching the water, because I'm looking up to see what I'm drawing, but then I'm actually putting it on paper, and it'll be nice, a nice memory, I suppose, in the years to come. So that is always in my bag. There you go, still got boilies. Yeah, so pots and pans. A knife that was gifted to me from Russia, which is very nice, handmade, very sharp as well. I've got a bottle of water left from yesterday, some Smart Liquid, sugar. Yeah, you don't really need to see the rest. It's just kind of a brew kit, I suppose, in there mainly. Moving over to this middle pouch, bank sticks, which I showed you earlier that were in the wrong pocket. Buzz bar with my alarms on, and the backrests. That's that. I'm actually going to get two small pieces of foam that I can take these dividers out and glue in there, and then it's just a bit of extra padding. You can get memory foam from like the market for a couple of quid. So that's all that's in there. This side is a GoPro, so some camera kit, tea bags, wet wipes. Everyone needs wet wipes. A couple of mugs in there, a Diet Coke from yesterday, boilie crusher. That's vital for, well, mixing your bait up. If you want a bit of crush in there, it's a great idea to keep the fish grubbing around. And that's it for that. Now back down to the business end. This is my tackle box. I got that one, the bigger cord. I have the smaller quarter one and the bigger one, but that section in this bag is perfect. It literally fits in there so perfectly. And then yeah, here's again, ignore the state of it because this is from yesterday. Yesterday I was actually fishing with maggot, and I got these pop-up maggots that just kind of pop them up slightly. Yeah, one day I'll do a little video of what's in my tool bag, but it's all standard stuff. Some hook link, PVA tape, bait floss, some stiff rig, some boom. I've got some pliers in there, baiting needles. I don't usually keep my leads in there. I've just lost my lead pouch, don't know where it is. Up the top section here, I've got loads of foams. I've got all my hooks here, swivels, everything in there. So this up here is just like all the little bits that you need to make rigs. This is the messy compartment down here, but that's the real life of fishing. Nothing stays perfect and clean after a session, so I don't dress anything up. Nothing, whether it's a review or I'm looking at my gear, I don't dress it up. You can see it as it is. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I'll take everything out, clean it up nice, but it's not that messy anyway. But I know where everything is. It goes back in its place. don't get me wrong, the bait floss might be in the wrong place, but it's still in there. So yeah, that is that section. Up here, hand sanitizer. Again, it's a bit all over the place. I've got some shock leader because I've been fishing at real long distance on one of my winter waters that I'm fishing. It's a real chuck. This stuff's pretty good. I've got a lot of confidence in really pinging it out as hard as I can. My dog just farted. I don't know if that camera picked that up. Hey, Reg. What? I heard that. Anyway, back to the video. I have a controller. I love surface fishing. It's probably my favourite style of fishing. Like late spring, summer. I'm going to do a lot of videos on that because I've done it for so many years. I absolutely love it. So this is I think this is the 50 gram. You can really launch it out, but at some of the lakes I fish, the fish are really kind of cute and switched on. They see this, nah, no chance. So often some of the lakes, it's just literally hook and a floater or whatever you're using as bait, and keep it as stealthy as possible. Right, you're all gonna laugh now, but this is my finger stool. Where I've been fishing on the water that I've really been pinging it out, I didn't have a finger stool, and I sliced the top of my finger on probably my 5th or 6th cast. I went to the van, and I'm a tradesman, so I have these what's it called, like safety gloves. So I got one out, started chopping it up, got all the fingers off, and bosh, finger stool. Didn't cost me a penny. Well, it did cost me a penny. It cost me a pair of gloves, but they're about £2 each. And then the bloke I was fishing with, he needed a finger stool, so bam, there you go, son, have one of them. So yeah, out of a £2 glove or £2.50 glove, we couldn't use the little finger or the thumb, but we got 3 solid finger stools out of that. So top tip if you don't want to buy a finger stool. Anyway, that's that top pocket. This one here I've got, this is for the butt rests, just the different sizes. I have the largest one on mine. I have an array of PVA bags. I'm not really much of a PVA bag fisherman, but I've got them just in case. If I see fish showing them and need to get bait out there quickly, just wrap one of them up. And I've got some zig line. I've always used this quarter one, but I've heard that all the quarter boys actually use the Guru Engage. Apparently it's stronger. So I bought some. It's in there for summer or spring. So yeah, that's the top right hand pockets. Bless you. Right, what we got in here? We have a Nescafe cappuccino coffee. We have, I'm taking my toddler fishing tomorrow, so I've chucked a spare pair of gloves in there for her. Oh, you can see. Yeah, chucked a spare pair of gloves in there for her. I've got another charger cable. This one is for my iPad, so often I do a bit of work when I'm fishing anyway. Some paracetamol, Nurofen. I've had a few fishermen ask me before, so keep them in the bag. And some more hand sanitizer. Not to forget, at the bottom I've got, well, there's a battery there. I've got some spare batteries in the bottom there, and I've got my bobbins. They always stay in the top because they're a bit safer up there. So that kind of concludes a very short video on what I carry. Like I said, it's not dressed up. It don't look nice, but I know it's functional, it catches fish, and that's all that matters. So that concludes this latest video. If you think I'm missing anything from my day session pack, comment below and we'll get a little discussion going. Remember, get out fishing and don't be afraid of the weather.